Have you ever heard these statements before? Don't be anxious about tomorrow. God will take care of your tomorrow too. Live one day at a time. Don't obsess over the future. The people that make these statements seem to have hope, don't they? Question for you. Do you have hope? Hey, do me a favor, watch this video to the end and I'll leave a link to another video that I did called Ain't Got No Hope. Filmed at a Disneyland. The happiest place on earth, they say. I believe that this video, Ain't Got No Hope, will get you some results that you might be after if you're struggling today with hope. Hey guys, I'm Mark. Welcome to Hit the Mark today. Pretty cool spot here, huh? Inside of Big Ben. Hey, hit that like and subscribe and share button for me over there. And if you really enjoy listening to these Hit the Mark Today videos, please share them. Positively impacting people every day by sharing the message of hope is my goal. And I want to thank you in advance for following me on this journey. This journey takes us everywhere. England, Big Ben. Okay, I'm here inside of Big Ben. It's huge. It, to me, I think has to probably be the most famous clock in the world. If there's another one that I'm missing, let me know. Leave me a comment. I mean, it's huge. And it sort of reminds me of a story I want to share with you. Hey, did you hear the story about the worrying clock? Well, the story's told about a clock that spent a great deal of its time worrying about its future. Reasoning that it had to click twice each second. How much ticking might that be, the clock thought. So it began to calculate, and add up that it would tick like 120 times a minute, which is like 7,200 times each hour. And that meant in a 24-hour period, it would have to click like 172,800 times. Holy cow, that's a lot. And 63,072,000 times every year. Well, by this time, the clock began to get overwhelmed and sweat profusely. Finally, it calculated that over a 10-year period, it would have to tick 630,720,000 times. Whew! And at that point, the clock collapsed with a nervous breakdown. That's hilarious. I bet Big Ben doesn't have to worry about that. What do you think? Hey, psychologists reckon that about 95% of what we worry about never happens. Well, Mark, what about the other 5% you're asking? Well, let me continue. 4 out of 5 things turn out for the better than we anticipated, including a lot of just outright blessings. In the end, only about 1%, yes, just 1%, of all the bad that we think might happen actually does. And of this, it's rarely as bad as we feared. So hey, remember I talked a couple minutes ago about that video I did called Ain't Got No Hope? Hey, it's right here. I filmed it at Disneyland. And I really believe that it's a video that will get you the results you're after if you're struggling right now with hope. And boy, with the way the media is beating us over the head with all this negativity, we all could use a little bit more hope. So do me a favor, check it out and please share it if it blesses you. Okay, let's go. You ready? Jesus said, don't be anxious about tomorrow. God the Father will take care of you tomorrow too. Aim. Let's stick with the Bible. Well, it says live one day at a time, casting the whole of your care. Well, what's that mean, Mark? Well, that just means, a few things like your anxieties, your worries, and maybe your concerns, all once and for all on God, for He cares for you. And fire. So the word today is don't obsess with the future. Don't be like that worrying clock story I told you about. Be like Big Ben right here. Big Ben doesn't worry. He just keeps on ticking. No worries. Hey, my friends, positively impacting people every day by sharing the message of hope is my goal for this Hit the Mark Today YouTube channel. And I believe that growth and improvement cannot happen without hope. Remember that hope does several things. It brings energy and brings relief based on the belief that things will improve. Don't forget that. Even in the depths of a crisis where there seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel. And we have been dealing with that quite a bit here over the last 8 to 10 months for sure. So, hey, do you know that hope is associated with many positive things? Number one, like greater happiness. Number two, like better academic achievement. And number three, even lowered risk of death. Wow. It's a necessary ingredient for getting through tough times. Of course, but also for meeting everyday goals. Hope and happiness are obviously related. And hope will typically add to happiness, and happiness will feed hope. Fill that mind, my friends, with hope. And then go hit the mark today.